Hi. Yeah, sorry about that. That's a little goofy. Crash? Hi? Hi? I'm getting a lot of mixed energy here? Oh, okay. So I hadn't touched this game in like 50 years, so I'm just trying to find the auto button, I think. Wait, no, I'm supposed to read. Ah! Anyway, I'm a little, ah, crazy. I had to do some last minute errands, so my brain's on blah. Anyway, Arcueid takes off in a light jog. It seems like she's actually heading for the park. Hey, hold on a sec. I break into a sprint, just to make sure I don't lose sight of her. Dash, 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 dash. Dash, 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 dash. I am speed. Don't the moon look beautiful today? Oops. Oh yeah, her date was finishing up. Well, look at you. You actually kept up pretty nicely. You idiot. Who knows what you just would have done if I left you alone. My shoulders heaved as I tried to force air into my needy lungs. I can't believe she actually made me run through all those crowds to catch up. She's really putting me through the ringer today. You kinda deserve it. Still, it sure is crowded this time of day. It's hard to relax when there's this many people around. Seriously? Is this why you should listen to me for once? Huh? I heard you perfectly fine though. Great. You know that's worse, right? If you can hear me fine and still ignored me, that means you're doing this on purpose. She figured the art of I'm just gonna ignore this. A true child. But yeah, I wasn't ignoring you. It's just that every time I respond to you grumbling, you call me an idiot. So I thought it was better to stay quiet. Oh yeah? I guess I'm partly to blame then. With some deep breaths, I finally get my breathing back in order. It's about 1.5 kilometers from the school to the park. It wasn't even that long of a run, but I still can't get my heart to stop racing. It's like you have anemia or something, Shiki. Anyway, it's not that Arco was particularly fast either. If anything, she seems to be going slow by her usual standards. Maybe my anemia is still acting up after yesterday? I don't exactly feel like I'm in the best shape right now. You okay, Shiki? You can sit on the bench if you need a rest. I'll do that. And once I'm feeling a little better, you wanna rock around town? Jeez, I'm just glad you feeling motivated, but it's still too early. – You confuse me, woman. Confuse me. Just like with Love, these vampires won't make any moves till much later. They only go out once the cover of night has grown denser, so for now, we got some time to kill. Bruh. Couldn't she just said so earlier? Shiki's me for real, for real. With nothing better to do, I stare at the park's clock from my spot on the bench. It appears to be a little past 9. The crowds are thinning out, little by little, as the night deepens. Arcueid doesn't sit down on the bench with me. Instead, she paces around aimlessly. You know, good for you, Arcueid. All that energy, and nothing to do. Time simply passes. It's so silent. The bright moon tenderly bathes Arcueid, and the park is silver light. Moonlight, huh? I think back to 2 days ago, when I attacked in front of the Tono estate. It's only the moon that had been this bright back then I might be able to get a good look at the assailant's face. Oh yeah, we got jumped the last stream. I forgot about that completely. Ah! I jumped up from the bench. Shiki. Nope, just his sins. Shiki, what's going on? Did you spot a zombie? No, no, not that. I just realized I've forgotten something crazy. I can't believe myself. What the hell was I thinking? I asked on my way home. How the hell could I have forgotten about this? Shiki is a goober confirmed. Arcueid, I was attacked by something weird on my way home 2 days ago. Something weird? Weird how? Where to start? Once I'm down a bit, I ran Arcueid through everything that happened in much detail as possible. That's pretty much it. After catching up, I peek at Arcueid to gauge her reaction. From start to finish, her eyes remain focused, her brow knitted in silent concentration. So, that shadow zombie and Miss Noelle, I think you call her an executor. Are they your enemies? That's right. They're both are. Oh god, I know this theme. This is the I'm pissed Arcueid theme. I don't know who Zombie works for, but I got a good guess as to who the nun might be. Arcueid narrowed her eyes, struck with a foul mood. Though I say there's more to it, beneath her demeanor lies irritation that pricks at her nerves. The one who helped you was certainly an executor. I gotta ask, was she alone? Um, yeah, I didn't see anyone with her. Thinking back, I faintly recall her saying executors work in pairs. Smart, smart. Two, two versus anything's better than one. Oh yeah? Is that right? Is she acting on her own? Or there's a reason her partner isn't with her? Another one is that woman. I think it is. This might get ugly. Heads up, if you actually care about Noelle, there's like this Tsukihime manga that you can read. I don't remember the top of it off the top of my head. And I'm not even sure if it's legal to read anymore. In the sense of reading it legally. So my only thing I can say to you guys currently is that it sheds more light onto the characters' past and like stuff they don't talk about in the visual novel, which is crazy because they talk a lot in this visual novel, right? But if you're interested in Noelle, go read it. The power of Google will help you. I trust. She probably sniffed out his coffin even faster than me. Guess I should crush her first. Arcueid irritation levels is sky high. I love that movie, by the way. That was a good movie. 10-year-old Angie was popping off for it. Anyway, I'm not really sure why, but she clearly cannot stand Miss Noelle's partner. I've seen Arcueid's demonstrate hostility before. I've even seen her act with full intent to kill, but I never seen her display such blatant enmity. She must really love this woman. That's a lot of words to say. I hate a bitch. I need to start writing this down. This man look at us as thesaurus or something. Anyway, I get that Miss Noelle's your enemy. She said the same thing herself. But don't you have like the same goal here? Can't you just work together? Maybe. There's been times where I let the church a hand. But this is different. I'm not letting some humans steal this target from me. If the other executor is that woman I'm thinking of, I'll start by taking her out. Good luck with that. She's a living roach. We really won't be able to settle this peacefully. Huh. It's probably the best to abandon the idea of cooperating with Miss Noelle. Gotcha. No teaming up with them then. If that's your stance, then I won't push it any further. You don't need to say why. Oh? Thanks. Shiki, you're somehow very sweet at the weirdest of times. Aren't you being a little too nice? It's not like you to back off so quickly. It's because I can see how much you hate the idea. That is true. At least explain what an executor is. Shiki does not understand jack and shit. Like usual. Alright, so, that said, whatever personal beef you have with Miss Noelle has to be unrelated to her job description. I think it's time you told me what these executioners are about. Yeah, I didn't cover it before since it wasn't important at the time. But if we come this far, it's better that you know. Oh? Ah. Oh yeah, I remember this. Remember how I told you that Castellans will infiltrate a town and try to hide their presence? They may rack up victims, but they're still employing magecraft, ensuring no one realizes anything abnormal is going on. A lot of suggestive magecraft be like. Do you understand why they're doing this though?
外敵を呼び込まないためだっけ。派手にやるとやって吸血鬼専門
Yoshiki understands the assignment, of course. Because they don't want to draw attention, right? If they stand out too much, they'll catch the eye of people to make their business to hunt them down. I mean, I guess there's the police, but it's not like vampires actually view them as a threat. Unless it's the one guy, though. The poor guy faces off against Law proved that point to be too clearly. The only thing a vampire fear is a monster of the same caliber. Yo, executors must be scary then. That's right, and vampires possess a natural nemesis. Ooh. At that moment, the odds are actually stacked in their nemesis' favor. Think of them as a group of professional hitmen. Ooh, scary. Look, it's church lore, and we don't have a lot of it in the Natsuverse. I'll take what I can, honestly. All I know is that executors are basically a part of the Holy Church, which is a sub-branch of Christianity. They will allow any member of Christianity to join their sect, as long as they're Christian. Shouts to Lord El Malloy for explaining this. This explains fucking everything. Because for the longest time, people are like, why should we trust them? What's going on? What is their system? It is finally being explained. Come on, Natsu. Step it up a little. I'm sorry. The Lord El Malloy writer is fixing the verse. Joking aside. I still love them both. I still love these writers. Anyway, joking aside, executors are like the super cops of them. What is the name of the church again? The Holy Church. The one with mages. Okay, no, you're thinking of the Mage Association, which is different from the Holy Church. Yeah, so you're thinking of Clock Tower. You think about where Shion was coming from. Also, Kyrie is a hypocrite. Well, yeah, that's his whole, like, story. Kyrie is a fucking hypocrite. You are correct about that. Hold on, let me let this play when I have this conversation about the organizations again. I don't know if I had it. It's been a minute. Buckle up. I'm about to explain fucking Natsuverse lore, because this is the only thing I'm good for anymore. Anyway, joking aside. So, yeah... for the mages, they have like 3 cults, because the Mage Association is just a giant fucking cult that's trying to get to the root of the world. Let's be freaking real here. They're not helping anyone, really, and if they do, it's because they realize that A, they get something out of it, or B, the subject is so fucking annoying that they have to help. You can't do experiments if the world's ending, which goes back to point A of them doing it for themselves. There's not a lot of nice mages. Rin went through a lot of trauma, and that's how she ended up even being remotely nice, honestly. But to be fair, Shiro got shanked because of her fight, but we don't talk about that. Yeah, so Rin, right, is a main character. We should know her. She's from, like, one of the main 3 of Clock Tower in fucking Britain. And then there's the Atlas Institution in Egypt. I'm playing the Horse Scroll game in the background. I'll be listening in. Alright, you just being here makes my day, Buster. Thanks a lot, man. So the Mage Association, right? So yeah, there's Kiri believes Christian opinion of truth and God and heaven and hell. Well, not having a lick of love and mercy in him. You glad I'm here? Really? Well, yeah, we're friends, right? Yeah, and then there's Shion from, yeah, the Egypt branch, which is the Alchemist branch. Atlas? Yeah, Mages of Atlas. I forgot the permanent thing, but I do know it's Atlas. They're basically super scientists, and they're the ones who actually give a fuck about humanity and are trying their best to circumnavigate world-ending situations. Because have you looked at the Natsu verse for 5 seconds? I will not live in this verse, honestly. And then there's the... I keep forgetting the third one. We were there in FGO, actually, for the Lost Belt. We were in... it was in the Antarctica. Oh, God, I forgot the name of it. I thought Kiri did belong to the Holy Church because he was a spy planted there by the Mage Association this whole time. What you said is correct, right, with Kiri. Like, I am a person, I can't get all the details, literally blanking on the third association. Third association is really buttery. They barely let anyone in, only the best of the best. Yeah, in my opinion, I feel like... Okay, yeah. Go back to the Holy Church, with Kiri. It is a fact that Kiri is affiliated with the Holy Church, right? He was not a spy for association. He is but he does work with them, right? He's basically a paid off cop, basically. That is Kiri's whole thing. He's a paid off cop to look the other way. But Kiri, being Kiri, is a dickhead. And that's like a different thing. Like, he's canonically a Satanist, a nihilist. Like, was he always like that? No. He did try to look for God. He tried to do his best. And CL is an agent of the Holy Church in this? Yes. But you don't know that. Shh, we're in the Arcueid route. Don't spoil that for the kid. Will she show up? This is a remake. Maybe. Like, we saw her student form. I don't know what's gonna happen because I only know, like, clips here and there. I know it's probably all on YouTube, but I want to read it for myself, low-key. But, yeah, executioners are from... Kiri is an executioner, right? He's not top tier like our favorite curry-loving senpai, but, like, yeah, he is one. By the time we see him in Fate Stay Night, he is no longer in his prime, right? He's actually, like, what, in his 30s, 40s, right? Oops. I haven't been messing with this enough. Apologies. There we go. So, yeah, Kiri and our curry-loving senpai are from the same agency. Correct. Anyway, I have no idea what they're talking about anymore. They're probably explaining lore. I'll go back and read that on my own time. Oh, that's right. That reminds me, Shiki. Someone hit on me in the park yesterday. Excuse me? Talk about mood whiplash. This girl got all necessities of kaleidoscope. I thought Kiri wasn't a Satanist. I thought he worshipped... No, a sadist. He likes pain. He's not a Satanist. No. He is actually a Christian boy. Butter nuggets. Yeah. You're good. Kiri prays to God in his own weird way. He said that birth is a mistake. He issued that he cannot bring himself to love anyone or abandon pleasure. Kiri is weird, okay? Look, all I know is that I'm not gonna respect the dude that forced Sakura to try to have birth to Angry Mango. So, yeah, as cool as Kiri is as an antagonist, I do not fuck with him with anything he says. And if I ever catch myself slipping and start thinking like him, I gotta sit the fuck back and reevaluate my whole existence. And you should too, honestly. He needs help.
ちょっと
He really does.
まさかとは思うけどナンパし
Sorry, I went on like a little preachy rant. But yeah, like as an antagonist, top tier, 10 out of 10 character. As a tragic person, Fate Zero makes him pretty tragic in my opinion. But I will not let him near the kids. Y'all need to see the basement to know what I'm talking about.
お前にも分別ってものが
But yeah. Well done, Arcueid. I'm proud. It's good to hear you actually showed some common sense.
当然でしょ。私を怒るぐらいのものだもの。他の誰にもしたり助けたりしてくれる人はいないん
Oh
だ
my
から。
god. Of course, my anger is reserved for you and you alone. After all, you're the only one who can go out their way to kill me, only to wind up helping me. That sounds super convoluted. Her voice is clear and full of trust. I lost track on how many times the carefree smile of hers has caught me off guard, and that seems really fucking weird.
そりゃ
But that's
Wow.
Arcueid.
誰だって殺されれば頭にくる
Fair enough. Anybody gets angry if they were killed. I managed to respond and avert my gaze from Arcueid's wondering. A month ago, back when there was no serial killers to worry about, this park would be filled with young couples and students hanging out on their way home. Now, it's just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. And for this moment, vampires and lions of death are on the back burner. Here we are, idly around the moonlit park, like it was the most natural thing in the world.
ねえほら。
Hey, look! Look, Link! I glance up to where she calls out to me.
なんだよ何かあった
What is it? Did something happen?
ほらあの時計。
Kiri likes doing
What did it
evil,
change the gun
sadistic,
today?
and abusive things that are wrong and impossible, and willingly likes that more than he likes loving and righteousness, which are two greatest commandments. True, he also does that, if I remember correctly, because Kiri wants God to be real. And in the books it says you will be punished. And if you know what happens in Fate Zero, you know that he fucking lived. We all know this. He lives to Fate's Day Night. So he kind of, to him, he was kind of proven right about living heinously and stuff, but still being a priest. Like I said, contradiction. He finds like his comeuppance and solemnness through Shiro Emiya, with him beating the shit out of him, right? And finally being proved that evil can be overcome by righteousness,
くけど
right? Like I said, it's been a minute. I may be preaching the wrong thing, and I'm so sorry about that. This is my hot take. But yeah, did he hate it? I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
そのお前
Yeah, Kiri did want it to be. Yeah, I forgot about that. Angie. Yeah, same. He knows what his right is and loves disobeying it. Yeah, he did want to be punished by God. Yeah, yeah, that's what you're thinking. Good people comes to God, from God to punish him. Therefore, that means God is real and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not a Christian, right? I may have been baptized, but I only went to church like a handful of times as a kid, and no one ever forced me to go.
そう思った
Neither did my, like, maybe, like, my grantees, right? But my grandma never forced me, nor did my immediate family force me. So it's like,
頭が柔らかいんだかかって。
yeah.
私は気にしないけど、それっ
But
てひどい
yeah,
侮
it's
辱
like
ね。
last statement of the day is like, yeah, Kirei wanted good to triumph, to prove his point right. And that's what happens in all the routes. Except for unlimited blade work, I think he just gets jumped by Lancer, question mark. I mean, you don't have to be church to go to be a Christian. Well, you still have to follow the Bible, right? And I don't, right? I have the book. It's chillin', but I don't read from it, right? I don't even know, like, the proper, I don't want to say commandments. Like, I don't even know what you're supposed to do, honestly, right? I have ideas, but it's like, All I know is that I respect it, and I slightly understand it. That's pretty much it. Dot, dot, dot. Our eyes meet. You have to have the desire and belief in your heart and mind. Yeah, basically, that's that. You can say that with any religion, in my opinion, right? Exactly what you just said. But like I said, I don't have that for Christianity. I don't have that for like any other religion. I will respect your religion, right? Acknowledge that it exists, but for me to be a believer, that I am not, and it's like, if it makes you happy and it's not hurting anyone, keep going strong, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up before I accidentally say something stupid. So, switch off topic, guys, please. Then why don't we put it to the test? Arcueid flashes me a smile filled with mischief. Yeah, we should. Wait, what? Let's find out if I actually could drink blood. If I can imagine it, will you give me something in return, Shiki?
No.
Huh? Ever so slowly, Arcueid approaches me with a mischievous grin. Don't be like this, folks. Don't be like Arcueid. Arcueid is being stupid and silly. Don't be Arcueid. The sound of her footsteps reverberates through the air. Oh shit, hey Angel, what's up? The woman in white closes in on me. We both know it's just a joke. I know it's just a joke, yet I can no longer move my body. Wait, I can't even say it. It isn't her power that prevents me from speaking. It seems that I've swallowed the word of my own accord. And I guess the one more thing that does mean that Kiri has two redeeming qualities after all. He wanted himself to be the bad guy, so no one else has to be. And he didn't want evil to triumph over good. Only love tempting good in hopes of suffering retribution. That is true. Hold on, I'm drinking water. Shiki fucked himself, bro. What are we watching? But yeah, no, that's a good hot take, honestly. Honestly, I forgot about him wanting to be the bad guy so no one else would be. I feel her breath, her fingers, her weight pressed into my shoulders, into my entire being. My senses, my mind, drown in a cacophony of my beating heart. We're cooked. We're cooked. Guys, I don't want to be here anymore. I want her. 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 I fight to suppress the desire that rage within my chest. It takes everything I have to keep still, to keep my trembling left arm from reaching around her back, to stop my starving right hand from pulling her close. I want her so bad, she's irresistible, but even so, I can't allow myself to desire her. Yo, Shiki, you want her? Yeah, he does. Because everything is different from last time. It's stronger, more intense, Even the thing I crave is fundamentally different now. I don't want to kill her. Hey! Hey, yo, what the f- Okay. It is a different impulse that's driving me insane here. Then, I shouldn't sully her corpse with something so vulgar. Oh, I read that completely wrong. My brain's in the gutter. I don't want to be here no more, low-key. Then I shouldn't sully her courage with something so vulgar. There we go. There we go. Somebody clip me just staring into the void. That shit was something. This, this, this is something. I clenched my jaw so hard that I might shatter my own morals. I swallowed the feeling of bubbling inside me. The struggle lasted no more than a second. During that time, Arcueid neither moves nor flinches. If we clip you misreading shit, we have infinite clips. Then get on it. It's just a joke. She has something fun at my expense. Then why does her breath feel so hot against my neck? Like a fever fanning a flame beneath my skin.
ある
Art? You remember how Heavenfield's trailer Sakura's like, would you still love me if I became a bad person? Shiro at the start, no. Shiro at the end, yes. That is basically the Heavenfield route. I'm sorry, Shin. We might have to ban you for saying spoilers. You nailed it right on the head, honestly. I tried to say her name, but I shut my mouth before I could finish. Speaking now would be a rejection of my faith in her. It's over anyway. Any moment now, she'll pull back with a loud laugh and be back to her regular old Arcueid. She smiles and says there's no way she'll drink my blood. Instead, her weight shifts against me. Her soft touch turns sharp as the sting of her nails presses into my shoulder cheek. You're looking cooked! Oh my god, brother! Her pale fingers trembled as she clutches at me. She's scared. My own thoughts doesn't register fear, not yet. Anyway, they're pure blank. Nothing else. Shiki's better than me, bro. I'll be pissing my pants right now. But Arcueid is trembling more and more. Her breathing goes ragged. Arcueid's breath is nearly flush against my skin, yet she feels so far away. I can't see her face. I can feel her breath on her neck, her weight as she trembling body lingers tighter and tighter to my own. Her slow labor breath growing increasingly rapid until I can feel the heaviness of her desperate panting against my flesh.
アルクエイド
Arcueid? You good, bro? Do you need a snicker? You're scaring us. Are you hungry? Are you cranky? Are you tweaking? Unable to help it anymore, I forced to call out to her. It was supposed to be a joke. Her voice trembles, but her body no longer shakes, and her fingers grip on my shoulders with newfound ferocity. Ugh. I winced from the pain. Even though I didn't wish to move, my body reflectively desires to get away from... We don't even register, Arcueid. Arcueid, what have you done? Be dumb. Be really fudging dumb. But Arcueid's grip doesn't weaken. Her nails dig into my flesh like a vast firmly locking me into my place.
ごめん悪ふざけが過ぎた
I'm sorry. I went too far.
からかって悪かったから離れて
I shouldn't have teased you, so would you please let me go? Why are you dancing to Shiki's L's? What? Yo. Alright. Shiki. Her grip doesn't loosen at all. This is bad. It's wrong. But who is it taboo for? Alarm bell rings out in my mind. My body pushes back with everything it muster. But I'm too late. Everything is too late. Since when? Now? Or 5 minutes ago? A day? Or perhaps from the very first time we met? Oh shit! She's going in! Her heavy breaths reverberate past my neck and into my brain. They convey her arousal like a wave of cascading neurons. No, I can't. An echo of crude, instinctual longing strokes my earlobe. There's no need for brute strength. Her honey voice is enough as it carries the words. I want you. My flesh and spirit melts away under her. Shiki's tweaking against the nape of my neck. I feel a mad, desperate sigh. And in that moment, true fear was born. Ah! My sanity collapsed. It's a primal fear, an assaulted power, a law on it to itself, a being who I could never share understanding. Its eyes swirled like tempests. In maw is lined like a jagged peaks. Definition of raw power, cold and unyielding as a waterfall, forbids all exchange of thought. The thing that's about to sink its fan into my neck is not the woman I know, but the barest essence lurking within her core. And I've been returned to the natural order, to the primal state from which we all spawn. I can't do anything. I can't move a single muscle. She's going to devour me. So, is this what it means to become prey? Before a being of magnitude, humans are merely a drop of water, waiting to be gulped. Its fangs pierce my skin. Fear is all I know. Qua? Qua? I screamed, loudly enough to notice how pitiful I sound. Yeah, that was from the throat. I'm not reading that one. In that moment, I'm not sure if I can imagine it, but it felt like Arcueid just stopped just as I screamed. Oi? God bless! God bless this blessed day. Let's go! Sorry, that's my inner I don't want to die kicking in. Yet, before I can check, a violent noise whistles past us, and Arcueid is knocked back and is blown away by a gale of wind. Oh yeah? Noelle? Alright. I would say that the bravery of accepting that I will not be able to do anything about it would make us more spiritually powerful being than Arcueid is. You're right. I want to say more, but we're in the middle of a fight. But you're right. Yikes, that's scary. That was all or nothing. Thank goodness she didn't retaliate. Miss Noel?
はーい、こんばんは。
Konbanwa.
ごめんなさい、ゆっくり
Konbanwa.
話している暇はないの。
Konbanwa. That's me. Good evening. So sorry. I don't have the time to chat right now. Miss Noel comes to my side, but her eyes remain fixated toward where she launched Arcueid. Cult. Arcueid is okay. Despite having launched a good 10 meters, she doesn't have a scratch on her. She seems dazed? As I am, actually. I don't know what I should be doing. I can't even think straight. But before I could connect myself. No. Don't be impatient, Shiki.
こら、悪いけど、そこでおとなしくしていてね。
You'll be the next one we'll taking care of. As we take care of things. So be a good boy and wait your turn. Qua. Walls of shivering white light spring forth. Before I can realize it, Noelle has planted 3 blades in the ground around me. The light stretches between each sword, pivoting off the blades and trapping me within a triangle prison.
師匠譲りの奇跡どうよ。
Ooh, that's what it's called. That's a black key sacrament I learned from my master. You can call it a temple.
くれぐれも壁には触れないようにね。触ったら塩の。まあ、君の手が塩化しようが。
Oh,
どうでもいい。
okay. Jeez. Oh, and don't think of touching it, okay? You'll be turned into a pillar of salt if you do. Not that I particularly care if your hand gets all salty. So, you do you. That was a threat, 100%.
今問題なのは。
Anyway, back to the problem. Shiki. Arcueid slowly pulls herself up. She eyes me in a newly constructed prison. Then her turn attention to the nun at my side.
問題は、打ち食らっても無傷の怪物よね。
The issue here is that the monster who's totally unharmed after my surprise attack.
私程度の鉄鋼作用じゃ通らないってわけ。
So my iron board wasn't up to snuff.
対抗者。
Executor. Arcueid's demeanor shift. Huh? Something off about her eyes. The swirl with malice, threatening to pierce the nun's heart.
何してるの？
What do you think you're doing? Wait. Ah.
してるの？
This is really hot. Leave me alone. Was it this or was it this? Rain trying to remember. Darn. I'm on 4K. Leave me alone. She's beautiful. Don't you want a woman to kick your ass? Or at least kick someone's ass for you? That's amazing. I knew it. There's no way.
私じゃあれどうにもできない。
I can't do this. I can't.
うるせえ、死ぬ気で意見に答えろ。怪物相手に体を張るのがてめえらの仕事だろうが。
Ugh, shut up. Your shitty life is on the line where it belongs. It's your job to offer your body to fight those monsters. Please, please give me audience with the cardinal after this. That's rough for Noelle. She activated Yandere Arcueid. I don't know what to tell you. She leaped at Arcueid unnaturally, like she's giving a push in the back. It's not a contest. There's zero chance of getting to Arcueid with a move like that. Let she go! Arcueid rushes at her, palms wide open, as if preparing to swat a fly. Oh yeah? Huh? No way? What the hell? How could she possibly block Arcueid's attack after such a heartfelt charge? Oh, a half-hearted charge. Interesting. Noelle's stronger than she thinks? Maybe. Fear of God's put it into her. Panic does make people do crazy shit. Hey, hey. You're not so bad when you put your back into it. Ha! Time you earn your keep. It's not all like the slop you eat is paid for. How the goodness of our hearts. Not for me. I heard someone speaking, the sound of their voice contrasting oddly with their choice of words. Though I might not be able to move my body, I can at least turn my gaze. There, I spot him. Boy? It's a child! It's some foreign kid I met outside the Tono Mansion the other day. What's that noise? Is that coming from him? Alright. Interesting. Each of his hands is outfitted with some kind of gauntlet? His fingers undulated, preceding a mechanical clank with every twitch. The noise reminds me of an old-fashioned typewriter. True! Ah. What are you looking at, burp? You ever seen a marionette before? And here I thought Japanese were supposed to be scholarly and shit. You must be talking to me. What does a marionette have to do with this? Those are the dolls you sometimes see during a street performance, where the performer strings them up and make them look alive. Oh. Oops. Ah, shit. This shitty small fry can't even last 2 minutes. Guess it's time for words to do the talking. Hey, Noelle! Get back or she'll chop your head off. That was one hell of a fight. Arcueid is still heaving from exhaustion when the Nud flees, but she finally has time to look towards the barrier of light, towards me. Oh, she is gas. Her eyes shine a bright crimson. Her breathing is ragged, and her back is arched like a predator, ready to pounce at any moment. Tartagio? Wait, from Genshin? I'm sorry about the spoiler, but I didn't mean to spoil. I think it was long enough ago that there isn't anymore. I was aware that no way undo the damage if I said anything like that now. Yeah, you're fine. You did a good get, Jess. You said, it's a child! Yeah, you're fine. Spoil the Genshin shit. I don't care. Honestly. You're good. What a fucking mess. You're no different from the other shitty ghouls at this rate, princess. You're supposed to at least be the last of the true ancestor. Oh man, Loris would be a real bum seeing you now.
ですって。
What did you just say? Sandy returns to her eyes. Seeing his chance, the kid steps closer to Arcueid.
お初にお目にかかる東方慰問司祭代行マリオちゃん
Oh. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Mario Gettiato of Bistro, acting prelate of the Eastern Mission.
役職の高さには突っ込まないでくれ
Oh.
言いたくねえがジジイの何人目かの便宜上の養子ってやつでね
And don't get started with the loftiness of my position. Not exactly a fan of talking about it, but I'm the one of the shitloads of kids the old man adopted for his own conveniences. Oh! He adopted him! Oh! That makes sense! Sorry, So, like, I remember when this first came out, all we had were translations. So for a while, me and my friends thought that like, a cardinal actually had fucking kids. But it makes more sense that he adopted.
この代行者の司令塔
So, you're in charge of the executor. Oh, I don't know where that yarn came from. Woof. From the chest, Jesus. So you're in charge of the executors here.
したばかりだがな
Yeah, only just arrived though.
親のな職は役職だの島で
Ooh.
審査する不始末なんざ
True. Still gotta put a lot of work in, I guess. Nepotism or not, I'm not gonna let anyone fuck things up here. And I'm especially not planning on letting a true ancestor lose herself on my turf. Oof. Arcueid's will to fight seems to be snuffed out like a candle. Though, that might actually be fear reflected in her eyes.
ようやく自覚したかこのガキの血を吸って殺そうとしたんだよあんたは
Oh my god, yep, called it. You finally realized it, huh? You're gonna suck that kid dry till he's no longer had any drop of life in him.
審査だなんだと選ぶっておいても所詮は吸
Oof.
血鬼を滅ぼして回ろうが同じことに変わりは
Ugh, that sucks. You true ancestors thinks you're all that, but in the end, you're just a bunch of dirty bloodsuckers like the rest of them. Doesn't matter how many of your own kind you off. You're a monster all the same.
私は四季を殺そう
Nah,
と
bro.
思ってない
Arcueid, there's a whole fucking route where you do that because you're a bitter bitch. Lies. I never seen such a blatant lie in my life. You're wrong. I would never think of killing Shiki.
まととぶってやがる殺意の話じゃねえだろ生態として当然の話だろだって違う
So she's also lying to herself, pretty much.
理解できないじゃねえよな
Well, this is a lot of talking. Don't play dumb. Intent means fuck all. We're talking about true nature here. You gotta know by just being here is a problem, right? Or did you not hear his scream when he saw who you really are? I'm seriously fucking doubting that. Bro's trying to curse like he's from the West. He is failing. I can't believe my ears. You actually
冷徹な兵器だって話だ
that pissed over
なる
this?
不出来な人間じゃね
And here's my old man. Was always telling me that you were some cold-hearted weapon. But really, you're a fuck-up like everyone else.
まあいいその目その狂眼をあんたはそこのガキに向けて
Like a broke hooker!
みっともなく飛び飛び勝負
Whatever. I saw your filthy gaze on that kid. You're drooling and patting all over him like a broke hooker. How about I ask him what he thought about the whole experience? The boy, Mario, turned my way. His gaze pierces my chest, momentarily taking my breath away. Despite his foul tongue, he does have a certain righteousness to him?
出番だぜ遠野
Look at his smug little fucking face. You're up, Tono. Why don't you tell us all about it?
僕危うく一したちびりそうなぐらい怖かったですってな
I almost got swallowed whole. It was so scary I wet myself. Sounds about right. I hate voicing this. I'm dying. He has such good bars though. The translations, like the fan translations, did not do him justice, or I'm not remembering it correctly. Anyway, more than anything, I wanted to scream at him, tell him that he's wrong, but I stopped myself short. Denying it would be the same as lying. I was scared shitless. Passing it off as any less would hurt Arcueid more than a lie ever could. There's the hurt in Arcueid's eyes as she averts her gaze.
司祭代行の言う通りあなたのような怪物が人間と共にいるなんて
Oh, it's the racist. You heard the acting, Prelec. Back off, vampire. Do you actually think a monster like yourself could mingle with humans?
力に任せて人間を従わせる
Forcing a human to obey your every whim?
しい下びた考えだけどそう
Peak Noel. Anyway, a typical vampire. Such a nasty, vulgar plan. Well, you're not going to let it happen.
私たちに感謝しなさい四季君危うく吸血鬼にされるところだったんだから
You can thank us later, Shiki. She was about to turn you into one of her kin. Ugh. No, you're wrong! Sure, I was scared. I can't deny that. But that wasn't what was gonna happen. I never once felt force. She always respected my free will. She didn't force me into anything. I was with Arcueid because I wanted to be, not because anyone told me to.
違う。あんたらいきなり出てきて全部分かってるようなことを言って血を吸ったことなんて一度もない
Bruh, who's gonna tell the Lord Ashiki? You're wrong about that! What is with you assholes coming out of nowhere and acting like you know shit? Arcueid's never drank blood before. We were just messing around.
何を言っているんです一度も血を吸ったことがないですって
What are you-
そんなザレ言を信じる
Oh my god, for the jugular. What are you talking about? She never drank blood? You really believe the garbage she fed you?
ここ800年ほど犠牲者を出した記録もないけどそんなのは
The true ancestor is exceptional, I admit. Not a single recorded casualty in 800 years. But that's only...
うるさいそんな話なんてどうでもいい
Shut up! I don't care!
いいかアルクエイドの邪魔をするならあんたらがなんであろ
Aw,
うと許
look at that. Look at her face. Listen, it doesn't matter who you are. If you mess with Arcueid, I'll make you pay.
大体
I'm...
俺本人が好きでアルクエイドと一緒にいる
Oh my god, look at
と
her.
言われる筋合い
Cute. I'm with Arcueid because I want to be. Oh wait. Hello. Yo. Sorry about that. My computer kind of just shat on itself, and and my models fucking tapped the fuck out. Oh, this is embarrassing. Sorry about this. BRB, I'll be back. With vengeance. I'm back with vengeance. Hello. Sorry about that. Computer soft crashed a little bit. It's not the end of the world. So joy. Well, my model's moving faster too. That's cool. Okay, it looks like my computer. Yeah, sorry, I had to fix the model. Now I have to fix the actual thing. Yeah, sorry about that again. That's very awkward. Anyway, shut up. Listen, it doesn't matter who you are. If you mess with Arcueid, I'll make you pay! I'm with Arcueid because I wanna be. And I don't give a shit about any of you what you think.
はあ許さないですって。
Huh? You'll make us pay? Noelle's voice is laced with an emotion I can't quite place. A fraction of the malice she's been directing at Arcueid shifts my way. Still grappling her sword, she approaches me until...
おい、豚ノエル。
Hey, Barky.
豚って言いました？どこがどうして？
Porky? Did you just call me Porky? How am I Porky?
ていうかあなた口悪すぎ。お偉いさんのボンボンだからってあんまり調子に乗る。
Ugh. Really, someone should wash your mouth with soap. Just because you're a twerp with a fancy daddy doesn't mean you get to carry away with... That nun lets out a strange yelp and starts hopping up and down. All her hostility disappears like a leaf on the breeze. I'm starting to understand what a power balance is like here. Not great.
うちの納金がちゃちゃ入れてマジすまん。チキンのくせに沸点低いんだこいつ。
True.
多めに見てやってくれ。
Sorry if the chicken soup for brains here bothered you. For a flightless bird, she sure knows how to fly off the handle. Don't worry. She'll get hers later.
だがまあ、バカはバカなりにいい言葉を引き出した。
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
血を吸っていないとは泣かせるじゃねえか当の。なあ、そうだろ。アルクエイド・ブリュンスタット。
The whole sob story about never drinking a drop of blood is simply enough to make you cry. Huh, Tono. Isn't that right, Arcueid Brunstad? Goofiest name I heard in a while. Arcueid, do you want to elaborate? Arcueid doesn't answer. Great Arcueid. She just hangs on her head and bites her lips. As if she's acknowledging what he says to be true.
ガキにかけた。今ここにいる。
That's fucked up.
ロハでかけて
I
やったもんだ
bet. Let me make one thing clear. We didn't put up that barrier around that brat to apprehend him. It's to protect him from the freakish monster in our midst. He's not wrong.
この意味
He's not fucking wrong.
口にしなくてもわかるよな
I assume you catch my drift. Darn, silenced. Arcueid lifts her head. You know, there's not a lot of people that can make Arcueid shut the fuck up, like looking back. She's very vocal. Even if she's goofy, even if she's hating, like, she is a yapper. So shit like this, rare. And it's like, it's not like the silent I will kill you energy, because she also has that too. It's just like, darn, I am a clown. I don't know what to do. Arcueid lifts her head. I'm sorry. She barely whispered the words. The next moment, she fled into the dark of night. Bruh! Why you leave me? You! I find myself shouting. Looking up at the moon, I move my glasses so I can see the lines. Oh, we pissed today. Son of a... With a single slash, I killed 2 of the swords keeping me captive. My thoughts are a mess. Those fangs, that almost... I own screaming. These outsiders and their self-righteous garbage. I can't deny it, but... I'm sorry, that almost sounds like she... If all she can do is run away with that panic look on her face, wouldn't that means the jerks are right?
てめえも短絡
Another short-sighted idiot.
追いかける前に例の一つも言っとくもんだぜクソガキ
How about offering us a little thanks before you go chasing after her? Fuckward. It's been a while since I heard that one. That's an old one. You. That kid Mario doesn't block my path, but he doesn't call out for me before I make a run for it.
言うかお前たちさえ来なければアルクエイドは何もなかったんだから
Do you want me to thank you? Where do you get off? If you hadn't come along, Arcueid wouldn't have done a damn thing. Cocky.
あ本気で言ってんのかそれともやけか
Do you really believe that? Or is that just desperation talking?
どっちにしろそこの
Either way.
開け切った嘘なんざ付き合ってそれであの女が救えるのかよてめえ
Either way, do you really think sticking your head in a fountain to cool off? You actually think you can save her when you're this full of shit? He really knows how to shut people up. Cruel as they are, his words snap me back to reality. By pure chance, they struck right at me where they needed to. But it's just as he says. What point is there is telling a lie that even I don't believe? The kid's right. It'll only end up hurting Arcueid and destroying me in the process. Taking a deep breath, I suppress my need to chase after Arcueid.
そうだな悔しいけどその通りだ
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but you're not wrong.
助かったアルクエイドを助けてくれて礼を言う
Thanks for helping Arcueid. I'm grateful that you did. Shelving my distrust for the time being, I bow my head to the 2 of them.
いいぜ気が変わったちょっと話聞いてけ遠野
Oh yeah? Alright, interesting. There we go. I changed my mind about you. You should join me for a chat, Tono. Interesting.
ないのか。まあいい。どっちも同じだ。ほら、こっち来な。
Really, though, I mostly want to hear what you got to say. Same thing in the end. Come over here. Mario saunters over to one of the park benches. Swallowing a deep breath, I follow him after. Honestly, I'd rather chase after Arcueid with everything I got. But in my hearts of hearts, I know it wouldn't solve anything. I have a feeling he knows that I should be doing instead.
代行私もですかっていうか、座って休んでいいですか
Sir, does that include me too? Can I sit down too? The fact that you have to act makes me very sad.
だろうが、ベンチに座んのは俺だけだ。遠野はそこまでいねえからな。どうせそこで立ちんぼだろ。
Fuck you, pig. Go stand behind me. The only one sitting is me. It isn't like Tono's gonna sit and let his guard down either. He saw right through me. Much like Noel, this kid is far from ordinary. Yo, he was gonna beat up a child.
じゃあ、こっちから確認だな。
Well then, let's figure out what you know first.
俺たちの聞いている。
What have you heard about us?
胎児の専門家だろ。アルクエイドは聖堂教会の代表と言っていた。
You specialize in eradication of vampires. Arcueid said that you're the church executioners.
そうか。それだけ知ってりゃいいんだ。説明が省ける。
Good. That saves me a lot of time, in fact.
俺は
He has beautiful eyelashes. I'm so sorry that I'm distracted.
のところ、この国の実半分ってところ。
Give me a sec. I was sent here on behalf of my pops. I'm still new to this place, so I've only ever got half a grip on what's happening here.
そこの三下は俺より早く調査していた。独断。
This small fry and her master here are acting on their own before I showed up. You're really fucking lucky I didn't deport you together with your master, Porky. Be grateful. So she does have a...
お坊ちゃん大好きです
The fakeness is real, Jesus. Yep, super grateful. Love ya, boss. Mario, your subordinate is clearly mouthing off about you. You aren't looking.
俺たちの仕事は吸血鬼掃除だ。ただし標的は真相。アルクエイドじゃねえ。
Alright.
厄介な競争相手だが、あれと正面からやり合うほど万有じゃねえからな。
Alright. Our job is to cleanse the world of vampires. Though true ancestors like Arcueid aren't really our target, she's a tough competition for us. But honestly, she's not an enemy we want to fuck with head on. Fair enough.
で、姫様が持っている吸血鬼が何者なのか。何か聞いてるか。
Did the princess tell you who she was chasing? Mario tone shift ever so slightly. This is clearly no simple question. I can't get a read on his attention. I got no choice but to answer truthfully. She said his name is Roa.
上司タイプの吸血鬼で、もう何年も前からこの町に潜んでいるんだろう。
He's a Castellan type vampire and he's probably been hiding in Soya for a number of years?
それだけしか姫様は口にしなかったわけか。
And that's all she had to say?
二重の意味で外れだな。とし、真相し。
Oh,
それであの瞑想っぷり。
that is true. Arcueid's kind of the biggest jobber in Type Moon. Y'all can fight me on that one. Fucking hell, talk about the blind leading the blind, so neither of you nor the princess know shit. No wonder you're fumbling in the dark.
たく真相に何があったんだ。低いにも程がある。隕石でも落ちてきたか。
A little bit, actually. It's very awkward. What's up with the true ancestor? She's supposed to be better than this. Did a meteor hit her over the head or something? About that?
俺が
It's probably because I can't bring myself to say it, but her current condition is definitely due to me killing her.
まあいい。もう一体大物が来てたって報告もあるしな。眉唾だったんで後回しにしてたが、調査対象に挙げた。
Ooh, interesting. Though there were reports another major power was in the area, I've been putting it off because it sounds like bull, but I guess I could mark it for investigation. Look at his little shit energy. He looks like Hisui's and Kohaku's cousin with that hair. Anyway, okay, that's all I need to know.
ここからは本題。てめえを呼び止めた理由。てめえが殺したがってる敵の話をしてやるよ。
Let's get to the point. I'm going to tell you all about the bastard you're trying to kill.
司祭代行。
Acting prelick, you mustn't. Noelle is gesturing feverishly behind me. This information must be highly confidential. And it's exactly what I'm dying to know about. As for his name, I still don't know anything about the vampire we're facing.
俺は助かるけどいいのかして
That helps a lot, but this isn't really okay to share that sort of information with me.
ねえ、機密事項だ。
Nope, this shit's classified.
だがまあ、当のは当事者だし、異教とはともかく、無心は厚く遇するのが仕事でね、いずれ大事な資金源になる。
You're already knee deep in it, so I might as well. I believe you offering a helping hand to atheists and heathens alike. That kind of gesture leads to something serious cash flow in the end. Oi?
その発言は競技に戻ります。警告。
Ooh. So such a statement runs counter to her creed. Stop. Stop.
待ってろ、肝心な部分はモザイク入れるよ。
Shut it. I'll just censor the juicy parts.
じゃあまあ、姫君の前の協力者にレクチャーといきますか。
Now, let's give a little lecture to the princess's favorite collaborator, shall we? Story time with Mario Edition! So, Tono, you said that guy we're dealing with is an old type of vampire, yeah?
ってことは、奴らが不完全な不老不死だってことも聞いて。
Then you must also heard that they possess an imperfect type of
聞い
immortality.
ている使徒は人間の血を吸わなくちゃ体が保てないけど逆に人間の血を吸っている分にはず
Immortality.
っと老いずにいる
Could chuck a brick. Anyway, I have. The dead apostle needs to drink blood in order to maintain their bodies. But as long as they do that, they won't die or age, right?
そうだ。けどさ、それって結局、不老不死とは言えねえよな。不老不死ってのは完全のイメージだろ。人間程度の血がなくちゃ生きていけない。血を飲まないと体なんざ完全には遠い。むしろ人間以下だろ。
Pretty much, but that doesn't make them all that immortal, does it? When you think of immortality, you can think of perfection, and a creature so dependent on human blood that its body crumbles without it isn't exactly perfect. At that rate, I say they're worse than humans.
それは
Sounds like a bunch of BS, I was gonna say. but he's not wrong. No one will dispute that vampires are superiors to humans, but they can't survive without ingesting blood. How are they any different from any other organism?
確かに
You got a point.
どんな外的要因であれそれは不老不死とは呼べないよな
That is actually, you know, I respect this. I don't think people talk about this type of side of vampires often, I think. Or at least as blunt as Mario just did. Maybe they did. I just can't remember anything right now, honestly speaking. But I find this interesting. Anyway, it's a bit bold to call yourself immortal if you can still die through outside causes.
なんだと話が早いな隣座るか有能なやつは好きだぞ俺
Well, look at you! You catch on quick! Wanna take a seat? I like a guy with a brain.
結構
No thanks.
けどそれがどうしたんだよ決定限りなく人間が限り不老不死なのは変わらない
So, what are you getting at? For all their shortcomings, vampires are still immortal as long as they can get their hands on human blood.
アルクエイドの敵についての話なのか
What does psychoanalyzing about the definition of immortality have to do with Arcueid's target? Because it's a different type. Okay,
ちょっと我慢しろ
Roa has two forms of immortality that I can think of. He has the vampire bullshit, and then something extra. Cause Natsu hates us. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting there. Keep your shirt on.
とにかくと区別される別期の不老不死は不安定なものなんだよ奴らの場合単純に寿命が人間の数倍になったということだけだからな
The important part is that immortality is a precious thing for a dead apostle. The only thing it does for them is extend their lifespan far beyond that of a human. I want to say they're the only thing.
力とかも人間離れしてるだろ
They're also way stronger than regular humans.
ああそこだ
Yeah, that.
人の固有奴らが人間だった頃に手に入れたものをそのまま何百年も成長させたスキルに過ぎ
Well, yes, but no. Like, I think Mario's talking about, like, mages that get turned into vampires, or swords masters turn into vampires. But I see what you mean. They all were human at one point. Well, most of them. Some of them might be, like, animals turned human. We don't talk about that. We're just talking about the humans that turn into dead apostles, right? Let's just keep our focus on that. I hate exceptions to exceptions. Damn you, not so! Look what you did to my brain cells! Anyway, joking aside, right? He might have...
奴らは自身
I
が
see
学
what
ん
he
だもの
means.
を吸血鬼に
Mario's
して
actually making this shit understandable.
結果としてそれが原理になっただけだ
Yeah, they have... Vampires are just humans who have more time to just be a dickhead. Oh my god! That just makes fucking sense! Oh my goodness! Anyway, even after become vampires, they continue to study, building on things they already know, and eventually it becomes their principle. Their... principle?
その人の命題生きる目的死ねない呪い
A dead apostle's thesis, their purpose for living, an extrunical curse.
の不老不死に至る唯一の道
Their only path to true
こ
immortality.
れを原理結界イデア
Oh,
ブラッ
yeah?
ドと奴らは呼んでいるま一生か
So
け
they
て
got
も
some
終
like
わらない
mini
夏休み
inner
の
root
宿題
shit going
とでも
on.
思ってる
Interesting. Let's see here. They call it an ideal blood, since it has an indirect tie to their blood. It's like a research paper you can never finish, even if you spend an entire life on it. So because they can extend their normal human lives, they have more of a chance to actually complete the paper.
この原理のため人たちはそれぞれ全く別
So, if you guys know Kariknai Kyokai, right? Or even general Natsuverse shit, like Fate Stay Night, with Shiro's fucking origin being sword. Right? let's just focus on Origins purely for now because I know there's other shits. Ideal Blood low-key just sounds like Dead Apostles versions, right, of having an origin, but as a vampire. So my question is, do they stack up? Can you have more than, can you have your origin if it's known, right? Like, there's a bunch of stuff to Origins, right, that I don't know if I should explain now, but my brain's just like, it would be interesting. Hold on, my thing's frozen. Oh, never mind. Loading's weird. So, yeah, Dale Bloods are just origins. If you know what origins are, you're pretty much set from what I'm saying. Anyway, which brings us to our point. Among Dead Apostles was particular shit stain who studied immortality. Because he's a cunt, Shiki. A real cunt. He studied immortality, even though he's already immortal.
使徒たちは吸血鬼になった時点で、それが人の身での不老不死の頂点だと自覚する。
Yep, only when a dead apostle first becomes a vampire, they're aware that its peak immortality they can achieve in their human form.
だがな、むしろ対価だと感じたらしい。
But to him, it felt like a downgrade.
こんな不幸はいらない。自分はもっと完全な不老不死を作れる。
Scary. He had no use for such imperfect form of immortality, so he decided to create his own.
だが形がある以上、滅びは必然だ。時間の圧迫。もう魂の型落ちはいかなる存在にも例外はない。
But anything with a form is designed to waste away. Nothing's immune to the weight of time, the decaying of cells, or the atrophy of the soul.
生命は生まれ出た時点で死をない。
Oh, look at the blood droplets.
ここにある以上、たとえ年を取らない肉体を持ってしまっても、存在の死から逃れることはできない。
An entity given a life is born with death loaded in. As long as itself existed, it can accept its eventual end, even if the body itself is unaging.
死から逃れるということは、
The only means of escaping death is to die. Alright, okay.
どうしても解決できない問題だ。
That's the harsh truth behind the riddle of immortality.
死は誰にだってある。
Right, there is death in everyone.
ない奴がいるとしたら、それは
For a being to be entirely without death would have never existed in the first place. Even Arcueid can be killed during the daytime. Nothing in this world can be entirely deathless.
ああ、存在の死からは逃れられない。
You got it. There's no escaping death of your existence. Oh.
存在し続ける方法に目をつけた。
Keep living after death. So rather than searching how to prolong his life, this guy started looking for ways to keep living after death. You fucking Roa shenanigans, I swear.
それこそが不老不死だと開眼しやがったのさ。うちの競技にはねえが、今の自分が死んでも自分を保存できたまま。
Okay, so he's taking Western ideals.
やり直すことができれば。
That's why they're super fucking pissed. He's already a vampire and he's doing this shit. That's why his solution to immortality is not part of our church's doctrine, but you might know it as reincarnation. If you drop dead right now, but somehow transfer your current self into a new body and start over as a different person,
I don't need people to help me grow up. I drink milk.
I'll be a life after death.
ま、最も消滅して。
You know, that's interesting.
言い過ぎか。
輪廻転生って、つまり今の体が終わったらまた。
Wait. If he's reincarnating, doesn't that mean he starts from a fetus every time?
そうだ。そいつは存命している間、 次の自分の肉体をあらかじめ決めてお
That's
き、
fucked up.
た時点で
Ugh.
自分の全情報を移植する。
Sure does. He decides on his next host while he's still alive and transfer all his information to it once it's born.
そいつの情報はその赤子が成人ないし自己としての知性を持つまで
His presence is the surface until the child comes of age or reaches a certain age of self-awareness.
引き継ぎ知性がは
Bro just goes on autopilot and then, oh, you're an adult now? Skedaddle skedoodle, your body is mine. Yeetus the fetus, what? I'm just, bro, Roa's an ass. He's literally just a parasite in all fucking forms of it. Like, he was already a vampire, but this is just, like, to its illogical extreme. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Anyway, when the host grows enough for him to take over, he assumes dominance, transforming them into a vampire. Bitch.
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Hold on a
そ
second.
れって何か。まさか赤ちゃんが母親の中にいるときに手術をするのか。
Wait, does that mean he does surgery on the child while it's still in the mother's belly?
いや意外あらかじめ決めておいた体に転生する
Ew, this shit's broken. I forgot how dumb this is.
だが要
So he just radio waves his brain waves to some other person and just rewrites them? He's like, you're a sleeper agent now. When you turn the age 18, I take over your body. That's horrendous. Kill yourself, Roa. Personally kill yourself. Anyway, nah, there's no medical intervention at play here. His reincarnation into the predetermined body the second his flesh is destroyed. It's like a duplicate of the original. I say he transfers this information, but it might be easier to think of it like a radio wave.
電波を発信するのも受信するのも人間の脳になるそいつの優れたところはな魂なんていう計測不能にして肉体という
So that's what
器が
he
なければ
cracked. Alright, fair enough.
伝達可能なものとして加工したこと
Except in this case, it's a human brain doing transmitting and the receiving. That's where his specialty lies. The human soul is normally something intangible which fades away without a vessel of flesh, but he managed to do it. But he made it into a transmal entity. Ew! Just ew! Okay, leaving aside some questions to whether or not this is possible, that would mean the person is born and raised as human, until one day he's transformed into a completely different person, a vampire. Wait,
マリオ。つまり
Mario,
そいつが
are you saying
そういうこと
look at this little shit? Yep, you got it.
俺たち聖堂教会と神祖の姫様が追っている宮殿
That's terrifying. This is the vampire that both the true ancestor princess and we, the church, are chasing. Terrifying.
かつての名を
There's the man, the myth, the legend, the zoner. A man once called Michael Roa Veldemon.
明石の
Fuck
ヘル
this
ド
guy.
天聖無限者とも言われる使徒だ
The dead apostle, now dubbed Serpent of Akasha, and the infinite reincarnator.
空間のシンボルだからな脱皮して新しい体になるっての
Look at this little shit
ぴったりの属
out
性
here. Anyway, fitting name. The snake is considered a symbol of eternity, and just like the snake sheds its skin, this guy moves from body to body. You know what's interesting? I remember in the OG Tsukihime, this motherfucker, this twat, this bitch, right? Fucking Roa, right? Managed to kill all 27 other dead apostles under his belt just to get like intrigue and shit, right? They filled in the names with other people later on, but the fact that he killed like a good chunk of them canonically, right? I'm just like, bruh. Because it's like the way he died, fucking cringe. And I don't think they changed it as much here. Like, it's still cool, still a fun read. More power to you, Shiki fans and Shiki. Like, popping the fuck off. Great scene, honestly. But it's like, Roa has a problem in the OG where he's not great written wise, right? Like, he has the power set, he has the ideals, but when you meet the dude, it just it doesn't hit as hard as it logically should, and everyone just ends up clowning on him. And like outside of like Arcueid and Cell's arc, he doesn't matter as much because nonsense happens to where people just use him to just get to what they want. Honestly, he kind of becomes secondary. He becomes, which I think is the point. But it's like they don't let him pop off with people that he needs to pop off against in the routes, right? Like Cell, like in Cell and Arcwood's route, I feel like he should pop off more than he should. They kind of did that in Cell's route, from what I personally understand. I might be wrong, right? But it's like he doesn't feel like a bad guy. He just feels like an antagonist, right? If that makes any sense. Is he sympathetic? Nah, fuck this dude. Like, you can understand where he's coming from, and I give props to Natsu, but fuck away with this dude. Anyway, and that's who Arcueid is hunting, a reincarnating vampire. And the mere thought prickles my skin. But now I finally know what we're up against, despite Arcueid's resistance. Yeah, that shit sucks. So yeah, sorry for putting on my conspiracy hat and saying a lot of slurs and shit. But yeah,
しかし
fuck
ここから
fuck
が
away
問
with
題
Roa.
ね
Yeah, just one problem.
姫様はもともと吸血ロアが現れてからは奴だけを執拗に追いかけるようになっちまった
The princess was originally devised as a weapon to kill vampires, but after Roa showed up, she became single-minded in her pursuit of him. Roa reincarnated 16 times now,
そのことごとくを真相は消滅させている
and every single time he's been snuffed out by the true ancestor.
よく消滅させてるってでもそいつは死んでもまた生まれてくるんだろ
Snuffed out?
No.
Well, what's the point of it all if he just
I enjoy
reincarnates again? The real questions.
ロアは真その度に転生しまた真相に血を
Weirdos.
ずっと続け
There really isn't one. Roa gets killed by the true ancestor, reincarnates, and gets killed again. They just keep playing their game of cat and mouse.
その年数実に800年
It's been 800 years. Jesus.
させられるような力があんなクソ野郎をのさばらせることもなかったんだがな
If only the princess had the power to kill that fucker's incense. Instead of the body, we wouldn't be playing this same cycle. Pure disdain seems to underpin every syllable. Maybe I'm imagining it, but I have a feeling that he has a thought or two about Roa that he isn't mentioned out loud. Like, no one likes Roa. All my homies hate Roa. Hell, even Vlav hates fucking Roa. Let's go.
話はこれで終わりか
Is that all you have to say?
なら
If so, I...
待てよ遠野ここまでのはサービスだいい知らせと悪い知らせどっちから聞くってやつだ
Hold your horses, Tono. That was just a freebie. You know the cliche. Do you want the good news first? Or the bad news? Officially a VTuber? I'm always a VTuber. Quoi? I just don't use this model a lot because it makes my
ここまでの
computer
はお前にとっ
stupid.
ていいニュース
So I bust it out every once in a while? For hardware's sake. Anyway, everything you heard so far has been good news. Bet things are a lot clearer now, huh?
ロアってやつの情報は感謝してる。
Yeah, my brain's like, how does it get worse? Yeah, I appreciate you telling me about Roa, but I'm not sure why. I got a creepy feeling that I shouldn't hear what's gonna come next.
ちょっとだ。して聞いていけ。
Hang in there a little longer. This is important.
ロアの厄介なとこ、その発見が極めて困難なことだ。
See, the issue with Roa is that he's fucking hard to find.
何しろとした人間として生まれ、人間の両親がいるんだからな。
The guy gets born as an honest-to-God human to pair of human parents.
ロアが奇跡として肉体と意識を変貌させる
Their
のは
arms look like
ロアが満足
bones.
に
I
活動できる
mean,
年になってから。
maybe. I hope they have bones in them. They're arms. It's not till the body reaches the age that Roa is satisfied with that he services transfiguring the host into a vampire in both body and spirit. So, like, okay. Until the transformation occurs, the subject
その
doesn't
くせ
show
ロアと
any
して目
slightest
覚めれ
hint
ば、
that he
今まで
might be a
培った人
vampire.
間関係を利用
Once Roa awakens, he can use the connection he cultivated as a human to blend in perfectly.
教
Fucking
会が異変に
bitch.
気がついた時、
Like, very thin. Well, okay, to
一
be
つの
fair,
町
I'm
が
wearing.
その
Hold
ま
on.
ま使徒になった後なんだとさ。
Wait, no, that's my hat. Put my hat back on. Nyeh. I think my arms. I have meat on my arms, if you see. Yeah, sorry that my thing can't move super fast. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they have the meat and potatoes on them. Not buff as hell, but it's good. Anyway, by the time their church even discovers what's happening, the entire city is near Nepaltquist. Ugh, that's scary. At this point, I can't even know along when he tells this story. I'm frozen stiff. I really don't like where this is going. Oh, yeah.
どうしたトーノ、顔青いぞ。
Starting to look kind of pale there, Tono. You holding up? I don't think he
お
is,
かしいだ
bro.
ろそれ。よくわからないけど、その話はおかしい。
Sorry, I find that this hard to believe. The parts I understand still don't make sense. Why are you
い
laughing?
くら前世の人格とやらが似た
Why?
体は人間のままなんじゃないか。
Anyway, he's born human, right? So even if his personality from his past life awakens, wouldn't the body still be human? Question mark?
残念ながらのするのは人格ではなく魂だからな。
That'll be nice, but no. It's not his personality gets transplanted, but its soul.
一度神祖に血を吸われた人間は、その肉体のみならず魂まで汚染される。
Oh, God. Anyone who ever got their blood drank by a true ancestor doesn't just have their blood tainted, they're sold or blemished for all eternity.
ロアは魂という情報すべてを次の自分に引き継がせる。
When Roa transfers his soul over to his next self, he takes all his dirty laundry with him. It really is shitty immortality.
ロアが目覚めた時点で肉体も吸血鬼に変貌する。だが、
Which means that the second Roa awakes, his host body is transformed into that of a vampire.
だが、
But what?
トーノの言う通り、それではちょいとばかり弱い。
Just as you said, that make him a little on the weak
転
side.
生先の肉体が平凡なものなら、その代のロアは無能な吸血鬼になっちまうからな。
If Roa were to reincarnate into a nobody, he'll wind up being pretty pathetic for a vampire. That is true.
だからロアは生きているうちに転生先を決定しておく。
Which is why he deliberately chooses the next incarnation while he's still
転
alive.
生先に選ばれる条件は2つ。
Oh yeah? Which is why he looks for two conditions for his host.
一つは富豪であること。社会的地位も高く、財産も豊かな家の子供として生まれれば、
Ah, he
全てを
looks for
吸
rich
血鬼化
people.
させるのに便利
Understood. Understood. I would too if I was in his position. The first being he was born into wealth. Belonging to a house with both money and status makes it easier to convert the entire town into
そ
vampires.
してもう一つ、これが肝なんだが、人間の中にも特別な力を持つ輩がいる。
But there's one more thing. This is the kicker. You see, there are humans who got special
魔
powers.
術のような学んで習得する神秘ではなく、生まれついてその肉体が持ってしまう特異能力。
I'm not talking about mystics that can be learned, like magecraft, but special abilities innate to the body they were born with.
一般に超
Ah,
能力者、
psychics,
鬼ごと
paranormals, or demon spots. So basically, people from Karnai Kyokai that you'll see, so like Shiki Ryogi, Fujino, not Miyaki's sister, 'cause she's like a mage. Okay, maybe like Robo would possess mages because, you know, they'll have magic circuits and stuff. Which, oof, for the mage family, but fuck away with mages, honestly. Low key, low key. And I forgot demons.
得意能力
I forgot demons
も
be
のだから
fucking,
な。
honestly.
家系、血筋で遺伝する。自分の新しい肉体にそういった人間ではないものの家系を選ぶって話だ。
Special abilities like theirs are passed down through bloodlines, and when picking his next house, Roa just loves to pick the bloodlines with a streak of inhumanity.
富とその裏で人間以上の力を持つ。
I'm surprised he's not picking more mages, honestly. A family with wealth and renown. These bloodlines have superhuman
それ
abilities.
が転生先に選ばれる条件ってわけなんだが。
Those are his two conditions. So you want to explain? Okay, sorry, that's spoilers. That's omega spoilers. I'm gonna save that for her route. Now I'm pissed.
理解してくれた。どうの、四季君。
Starting to understand where I'm getting at. Shiki, Tono. Dizziness overtakes me. The corner of Mario's lips curls into a sneer. Noelle's ice gaze is ice cold. There's only one family in the city that meets these conditions. I hear a hollow, dry noise. It's coming from me.
何言ってるんだお前。
What are you saying? That the vampire is either me or Akia.
いえ
Oh,
権代のロアは遠野家の長男に間違いはありません。
that's rough. No, we were gathering proof that his current reincarnation is male, so it can't be your sister. There's no doubt that Ro's current house is Tono's family estate's son. What? I don't understand a single word she's saying. Doesn't that mean Akia's enemy is actually... There's no way it can be. If it's true, then why haven't she killed me yet? Oh. Oh, this is a lot of mind fuckery for Shiki. I didn't realize how
そ
bad
り
it
ゃ
was
ロ
for
アの
him.
意識が出るまでそいつは人間だからだよ。
You gotta remember that Ro is effectively human until his consciousness surfaces.
だがまあ
Ugh.
どうにも風向きが違うな。
That said, that isn't how things played out this time.
そこの三子との報告は間違いだ。お前はロアの転生先じゃない。赤社の蛇は別の人間。
Interesting. This dipshit report was wrong. You're not his reincarnation. The serpent of Akasha found someone else to sink his fangs into.
はい
Excuse me? Wait a minute. Huh? After that build-up, it isn't even me? This route.
はあ私たちの報告書この砂利ガキ調査に何日かけたと思ってるのよ
Oof. You little punk. Did you even bother reading the report I gave you? How many days do you think we spent investigating?
もう100銅の式がロアンなのに
I'm telling you, it has to be Shikitono.
100% だなら前提が間違えてんだよこのお布施泥棒が
Ah.
俺は使いラウレンだぞ人を見る目だけはてめえにも
Oof.
の師匠にも負けてね
Oof. Right in the jugular. Alright. Does it now? Sounds like your hypothesis was bust from the start. You thief. I'm the famous puppeteer and the Cardinal Lorenz's most trusted son? You think you or your master's ability to read people is any better than mine?
何のために事情聴取したと思ってんだ10分も話せば人となりもその心理も読み取れる
What, you think I've been just shooting the shit with him? 10 minutes is all it takes to get a good read on someone's inner workings.
こいつはまあまっとうに行かれてるが同じくらいまっとうな人間だ
That is Shikitono in a nutshell. This guy is, well, he's totally fucked up, but he's totally human.
吸血鬼の魂がプリントされた人間にこんな情けねえ反応はできねえよ
If he had a vampire soul imprinted on him, he wouldn't be looking this fucking pitiful. Our conversation was just rude for him to determine whether or not I was Roa's host. I mean, I'm glad to be clear of suspicion, but that just leaves me with more questions about this kid.
つまりどういう
So, what does this mean?
俺たちにてめえをどうにかする権利はねえって
It means we don't have the right to fuck with your life.
けどまあ全くの無駄話でもないローはお前の関係者
Oh,
で
yeah?
あることは動かねえしな
Can't say it was a total waste of time, though. You're still very much connected to the snake. Alright. The boy shrugs his shoulders and gets up from his bench. It appears that he has zero interest in what happens to me after this.
ああどうしたさっさと行け人の恋路の邪魔をしてたなあの吸血鬼を追うん
That's
だろう
funny.
今の真相は血に飢えた破壊衝動の塊だが理性ぐらい自殺なんてできねえがまあ止めるのも野暮だしな
Damn, he talks a lot. Anyway, what's the holdup? Get going. Shoo shoo. Oh, and my bad for getting away of your love life. You're gonna chase after her. Yeah, your true answer is dealing with a lifetime worth of repressed bloodlust, but she's still pretty much sane. I'm not advocating that you go on a suicidal mission, but I don't particularly feel like stopping you either.
重ねて本気ですか死体代行ミスミス吸血鬼の餌食を増やすなんて仮に彼がロアではないのならそれこそ保護
Are you sure about this? Acting prelate? You're practically sending him to slaughter. Even if he's shooting is in Roma, wouldn't that be more reason to take him under our protection? Nah, protection in the Natsuverse ain't shit. And what about you? Wasn't your earlier brush with death enough? How much more will you take before you see the monster for what she is? Noelle made no attempt to hide her hostility as she blocks my path. I'm sure she must have her reasons to be so cold towards vampires, but her reasons aren't mine. She's not the only one with beliefs that she refuses to compromise on. I really need to go after Arcueid.
そっちこそいい加減にしてくれ
Enough. I won't hear any more of it. What happened earlier was a joke.
あいつは血を吸わないいい吸血鬼
She's a good vampire. She will never drink somebody's blood.
人を殺していないから善人ですって
She's a decent person because she never drank the human. Killed a human before?
笑わせないで吸血鬼は人間にとってなんであれ
Oh yeah,
悪
she's
なの
just a
か
hater. Don't make me laugh. To humans, vampires are all evil incarnate.
人間でありたいと思うならあの枠組み自体を悪と区別しな
Or
くちゃいけな
rather,
い
to be part of humanity, you must consider them evil.
それがで
Anyone who can't do that has no right of calling themselves human.
きでないのなら私の排除対象です。
Then, if you aren't human, then you're on my hit list.
よく考えて答えなさい。
Think carefully before you answer.
あなたはこれから向かうの。
What are you planning on going from here? She urges me to pick between life or death. If I declare that I'm chasing after Arcueid, she'll swing for my head with all her might. Alright, I'm gonna fucking shake this. Alright, let's save here. Angie is tired. Been doing this for a minute. God bless. 2 hours of just reading. Beautiful. I think we made progress. We got to a choice finally. Beautifully. I'm mostly tired from earlier from walking all over the place, honestly. Anyway, thank you everyone for stopping by. Fuck Noel. Mario's actually a really good character. I hope Natsu had a lot of fun writing him, because reading his lines were absolutely peak. Anyway, thank you guys for showing up. I'll make sure to post stuff on Twitter and my Discord to keep you into the loop for next week. And take care of yourselves. Bye bye!